That drug to me is like a miracle drug.
What are we talking about?
Pred, steroid.
Oh, yeah.
I have a cat with cancer, and man, she's doing great on Pred.
Oh, really?
So I love Pred. But it does make them very, very hungry. So we want to get those ahead of time. You guys want to give me one more? He's not okay with it. Like peanut butter. This is a Kong. And I fill it with peanut butter. And sometimes it's frozen. And last week I had it covered with someone Alright, are we all going to be quiet? Nope. I moved him around. I thought she was adopted. Oh, did that fall through? She doesn't know yet. Okay, so I'm going to start with Ghost Rider. Where's his Kong? So Ghost Rider is he next. His big deal is he refuses to walk when he sees little creatures. So we're working on him having really good basic training. So if we say Ghost Rider come, instead of chasing running to chase a rabbit or lay down in the road, he actually wants to come with us. So, and he's a lot of fun. And we try to teach all the dogs to go to their bed, which we call place. And we can use that for a lot of different things. Oh, wait. That's yummy, huh? That's for you. Like if we're going in to lead a dog and they're really jumpy, well, if they're on their bed, it makes it much easier. And in admissions, when they're new, if they try to dash out the door when we do, they can't do that if they're sitting on their bed. So it's kind of the first thing we teach them. And also at the clinic, going on the scale. If they're Tig, I don't know if you remember Tig, but he was afraid of his bed, afraid of the scale, so we taught him to go into the bed cute and do it at the clinic. So I'll have Lobo go out for you next. Do you need to go outside? I'm actually going to put him outside because he did 2 tours really well, but I think he's done. He's definitely afraid of new people. Go to your place. Come on, let's go. They're a little more high maintenance today. Go to your place. Oh boy. And also when I ask him to go outside, I throw treats out, so it's actually a good thing. Okay, so back to Lobo. So Lobo is staff only, but he's actually super easy. He just doesn't like people squeezing him and grabbing him. And because he's so cute, people kept doing it. And finally he nipped someone. So that red collar is staff only, and it was actually staff that did it. So just a reminder, why is this dog wearing a red collar? Stop and ask. But he's so bad. At least he's already sitting on his bed. And he was really working on not being jumpy. What's your place? You can do it. I have faith in you. Yeah, good job. Oh boy. But he's really just the happiest dog. And he likes car rides and he likes walks. And he just needs to go to a home with someone that doesn't want to see him constantly and is willing to work on making handling okay. So, okay. And Angel, you want to tell her what your students do you? So Angel's pretty young. She's 15. And when she gets excited, she gets a little jumpy mouthy, and she did not like us leaving her run, so she would grab our feet. Well, she also has a default place, so she can't. We're gonna ignore that.
When did she go by herself?
Her runmates in the heart treatment.
Oh, right, okay.
So as soon as she's quiet, I'll actually go ahead. Your place. Yeah. Oh, that's better. So, as I was trying to say, she can't grab your pant leg if she's on the bed. So. Good girl. treats too hard. Okay, he's enthusiastic, but he's not taking him too hard.
There you go.
So he came to us from the Indian reservation, and he was super, 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 super shy when he got here. And if you held out your hand, he'd run outside. So the fact that he's coming up to you all with you holding up your hand is amazing. And this is, I think, his
Here's some more. What's his name again?
Louis.
Louis.
It says no petting.
Good boy. Good boy.
Yeah, like if you were to try to pet him, he would avoid. So he's just not familiar with it yet and doesn't particularly enjoy it. But we're working towards it with holding the hands out and sometimes scratching into his
Now, what's the patch on his...
That's where he had the injection for his heartworm treatment.
Oh, okay. He's going through heartworm. Okay.
Yeah, and then his next one, it'll be 2 little patches on his back. But the pred has really kicked in. I'm like, wow, dude, your metabolism's gone crazy because he's a little skinny right now.
Yeah, a little bit.
So... And he helped me make sure there was no food on the counter this morning.
Sweet of you.
Yeah, so probably the next thing we'll work on is him actually enjoying being more petted. And he needs a little bit of car work because a lot of times the dogs from the reservation have never been in a car before unless it's to be transported here.
Can he sit?
No. So because that was a good question. Since he is such a shy dog, we're not working on basic training with him.
Never been in an enclosed space. The ones coming from the reservations, they've been stray their entire life. So now they're in an enclosed space and they're freaking out a little bit, or they've just lost their human family for some reason. So it's a lot of anxiety in this building, so we're just gonna hug this wall and just not approach the doors. Down about as far as the fire extinguishers.
Chat.
Hello. Oh. Did you come to see me? So, one really cool, there's actually a lot of cool things about this building. This room over here, this is the vet tech office. Again, with the dogs being new and anxious, we don't want to drag them over across the street to the clinic. Some are not crate trained yet. Some are not car trained yet. Hi. Why did you come to see us? Of course. So this is super convenient because they can just be right here. And if it's something where the vet actually needed to come see them, they can come over here. So that's super nice. Everything in this building is self-contained. Right down here is the laundry room. We don't want to cross-contaminate. So if a dog comes in with ringworm, we're not going to take it to another building and possibly take the ringworm over there. I think a lot of smudge prints on that door. So this is tempered glass. So it cuts down the noise level. You can't get rid of the sound of dogs barking, but you can cut it down. So if every dog in here is barking, it's tempered. You know, it's not as loud as it could be, but they can still see everything going on. This is a dog that doesn't like to see us, so we put up a curtain like that. If you look at the white door, that's an outdoor access. So we only have maybe 3 to 4 runs between an outside access. So if a dog is dog reactive or scared of other dogs, we don't have to drag them past 20 dogs to get to the outside door. And there are 20 runs in this building. There's 16 large runs and 4 extra large runs for the bigger breeds. You see their collar distinction up here. If you see the red, for the first 48 hours, we're always red. Because we don't know their temperament yet. And hopefully they'll settle down and then we'll be able to... She's so cute. See, learning to walk on leash. Look at those ears. Oh my goodness. So I think the coolest thing about this building personally is separate ventilation in every run. If you know anything about shelter life, one dog comes in with a cold, they all get it and they call it kennel cough. So one dog comes in with a URI, every dog's going to get it. But with separate ventilation, that doesn't happen. So that's really cool. If you see this dog door being held open by the leash, we'll do that when they first get here. Because again, if they've been stray, they don't know what a dog door is. And they can always figure out to go in and out to their outside section but they can't always figure out the flap.
Yeah.
So I'll show you on the board down here how they distinguish that. Jordan must be out for a walk. Solar paneling on the roof, that helps us out with the electricity bill. That's nice for us. Hi, you're super cute. They're sitting there on her bed. Okay, so this board right here, you see it on here, is if I can use the dog door. So there's only 3 dogs in this building who have figured that out yet. So as they do, they'll put them on here, and then we can let the leash off. Ones that have gone out for their potty walks, ones that need to be socialized, ones that have play dates, ones that are going to grooming, and ones that are going to be arriving. You see there's 2 returns. So these guys were adopted and being returned. But what are you going to do? Hey, Kayla. Oh, you look like Kayla.
It happens all the time.
Susie. You kind of dress alike, too. So
We
it's
do.
confusing me. Do you have any idea what the percentage of dogs coming in are from the reservations?
I don't know, because I feel like most of Kate's dogs are from the reservation, and so we get the dogs from them like every other month. So it's not too much, but it's a good part of what we get.
Good percentage, yeah.
Mhm.
There, one of my gentleman friends on this tour was asking, and Kathy was like, I don't know, ask at admissions, because it seems like at puppies,
I
they're
feel
all
like
from the
it's
reservations.
probably more so at puppies than it is here.
Yeah, because I just
But
get
I've
dumped
also
off.
been in admissions for like 3 weeks.
I expect you to come more. I'm a little disappointed.
It was
in
actually a
Lucy.
pop quiz. We planned this, yeah.
Thank you for not having the answers. I'm so embarrassed for you. So come this way, everybody. We're going to go through the kitchen. I do like to point out this kind of looks like a nursing station, right, in a hospital.
Mhm. Yeah,
it's
it's
nice
neat.
and open with low counters so they can still see the dogs when they're working out here. We can also section off this area with gates. So if there's a dog that needs some socialization, maybe separation anxiety, they can hang out in here with the caregiver. I like to point out check out food aggression on her. But I've been told that the dogs know the difference between a real hand and this.
No, that one's creepy.
But you know what? You could use it if you need a back scratch.
They're doing that now.
Yeah. You're like, gosh, thanks, Cassie. Come on in here, you guys. The same thing in here, the counter's low. One day. Not now, according to my landlord. But I also have a ferret, and he chases the cats, and that's pretty awesome. It's really, really funny. Okay, any questions about Dogtown or the sanctuary in general that I will do my best to answer? I know this will be shocking, but I don't know everything. So I will try my best to answer any questions you may have, or maybe you don't have any questions, and we'll just sit in silence and look at the beautiful scenery.
Now, how many employees and how many volunteers?
400 employees a day to
Okay.
keep the sanctuary going. And that's all kinds of departments, of course.
Right.
And 300 off-property, the remote employees that do mainly like advocacy work and stuff like that. Like
Okay.
for instance, we're trying very hard to get rid of puppy mills. We're trying very, very hard to get rid of breed discrimination because we think pit bulls deserve love too. So we're trying, yes, there's many, many things. And our magazine always gives updates on those advocacy issues, such as, hey, now Houston is no longer has breed discrimination. So that's one really cool thing about the magazine. And then we have over 10,000 volunteers a year, which is a, you know, if people were to walk off the street today and say, I'd like to volunteer, the chances there's any open shifts would be unlikely unless they had a cancellation, because the volunteering shifts pretty much spring break through Thanksgiving are full, depending on the area, and again, there's always cancellations, so you might get lucky, but that's a great problem for us to have. Not so great for the people coming in off the street that would like to do a volunteer show. Sometimes we'll have people walk in and they say, I just like to walk some dogs today, I'm just passing through. Like, okay, well there's a whole setup for the volunteering. But yeah, over 10,000. And over 32,000 visitors a year just passing through,
Okay.
taking the tours and doing stuff like that. So, and that number is going up every year as the word about us is getting out more. Dogtown USA did a lot to help us be better known. When people become a member and they start getting the magazine, we're asking them to
do us a favor, leave it at your doctor's office, dentist's office, on an airplane, at the beauty salon, any place people are likely to get bored and pick up and leaf through a magazine. We've actually had visitors that say, hey, I came out here and found out about you guys because someone left your magazine in my beauty salon while I was getting my hair done. So as it's getting out more and more, our existence, and we're popping up in different cities across the country, that number is going up and up every year. For instance, 2016, our estimate of visitors was 30,000. Well, for 2015, sorry, and then 2016, over 32.